Hello, this is Maxine Hoover with the Beryl Consulting Group. We are here today with Robert Ciemniak of Robotic Online Intelligence, ROI for short. So Robert, you moderated a panel yesterday highlighting new moats with LLMs. What were some key takeaways and high points from that?
Yeah, so look, I think it was a fascinating conversation where we had some investment managers, data research companies on the panel. And probably the most surprising one was that people factor. So for all the talk, we all talk about LLMs and technology, but when you ask about the question of competitive advantage or the moat, ultimately it goes back to the people factor. That was one. The other concluding kind of thought there was that we should sort of be a bit cool-headed about what large language models can do in investment management, where high accuracy requirements are very strong. But at the same time, there's a lot more to be done. So kind of being cautious about how we and where we apply that in a smart way. So I think it's quite a pragmatic, sensible approach that came out of it for all the hype out there.
Amazing. And can you give us a bit of background of what ROI does?
So ROI in the name, but we run a platform for the automation of market research for bespoke deployments. So the big idea is to help data companies, research firms, investment firms automate the process of collecting information from open source intelligence, then classifying, extracting, summarizing, applying all the sort of AI enhancements to it, and then even leading to further publications or database build-up, more like a backend engine for data operations.
That's so great. So outside of yesterday's session, what were your key takeaways from this year's conference?
Well, takeaways, we still have a day to go, but I had one interesting, what struck me was actually when I attended a session on biotech. So something normally you don't see at the events, the hedge funds talking about alternative data next to people talking about T-cell therapies and the latest advancements. And I think finance has something to learn from kind of the science and medical space, right? Including the notion of causality and scientific evidence for things, which is more illusory in the world of finance. So that was fascinating, quite eye-opening.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Robert.
Thank
And
you for
thank
having me.
you for tuning in to Beryl Elites.